I had to start and stop it twice to get this to actually come over and start relaying to YouTube. Why that is, I don't know. Now I'm only getting a black screen though. I just probably need to reset this page. No, now that I reset the page, now it's wigging out. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. It's showing for me. Everybody else who was doing support or lurk support on YouTube, please confirm that everything is going all right over there on that side of things. After all, the watch hours graph must close. So, what happened? I'm not playing Layers of Fear. It's not a Layers of Fear memory leak, but it does feel like it was a memory leak situation. First thing I saw, and this, I'm just going over things so that those of you who are nerdier than me can kind of maybe help me figure this out. First thing I saw was the Discord window. I had Discord open. The entire thing went full gray. Everything disappeared. All graphics, all text disappeared. And then it all reloaded back again. And I looked over that and I was like, oh, hey, that's not good. And then I tried to close Discord and I couldn't close it. As I moved my mouse over the Discord window, it turned into a spinning buffer wheel. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, well, that's bad. So then I tried to close it in the system tray. And that's when everything else started to fail. Everything that was browser related, maybe Discord is also browser related. So my Twitch chat, it's playing out of a small browser window. The Instagram stream, which I didn't pull back up, my bad, is also playing out of a modified browser window as well. Anything browser window related was, okay, thank God there's Instagram again, was subject to failing, closing, freezing in some way, and ultimately dying. But it was just the browser windows. And after I did all of that, I went into Task Manager. I closed everything that was high usage for memory, except OBS and Final Fantasy. And then OBS crashed on its own. It said, that's okay, fam. I trust me that I am high memory usage. I will close myself, even though I didn't want it to close. I thought maybe we could stay live for the whole thing. We could not stay live. OBS said no. So it crashed and then I had to restart all streams. It's frustrating. So I did a memory diagnostic sometime last week and it came up, everything was positive. I don't feel like any of my RAM sticks are dead or dying. Maybe I don't have enough RAM to stream 4 platforms and do all of this together and also be running the Rodecaster. That'd be my only thing, is that the Rodecaster and its beta software, the beta firmware that we're on right now, and the software on Windows are possibly memory leaky or doing something that's overly consumptive of my resources. And then maybe I have 16 gigs of RAM. Maybe 16 gigs is not enough to run this beta software. If I don't run the beta software on the Rodecaster, I got to come up with some other audio routing strategy or go back to OBS audio routing, which I really don't want to do. I'm really hoping it's not the Rodecaster. And honestly, the first few streams I did with the Rodecaster were not of an issue, even though I was streaming with the beta firmware applied. So it might be something newer than that, but I'm not sure what. I don't remember updating OBS. I don't remember updating any other particular app that could be causing a problem. So it seems weird. I don't feel like any big environment changes happened. The only thing that happened recently that I thought was the big contributor is I was running incredibly low on storage space on my C drive. And I went and fixed that. I took a whole bunch of stuff off the C drive or deleted it entirely so that I would have enough space for a good sized page file. I'm sus of Discord. I've had infinite update loops and crashes and fans roaring up that I suspect Discord is responsible for. Could be. Maybe I shouldn't have it open. I should just trust that if somebody wants to Discord message me, which happens sometimes. It's why I have it up usually, is so that I can send, so I can receive messages while I'm streaming. Namely, if Oz needs to get a hold of me and text message doesn't go through, she knows a Discord DM always goes through. And so I usually leave that up so I can see it visually, but maybe I should just trust my phone to do that. Sometimes I feel like my phone is just out of peripheral vision when I'm streaming and therefore ceases to exist in my brain. Oh man, you're on 16 gigabytes? Yeah, hey, I wasn't always as big of a streamer today as... it wasn't always this big. We're still pretty small fry, but yeah, you should have seen me when we were building this machine. Yeah. It shouldn't cause full crashes, but you really should be on 32 if trying to stream. All right. Well, the next stream goal was going to be something else, but maybe it needs to be RAM. I constantly hit up against the limit streaming stuff like 14 and Elden Ring. 14 doesn't even feel like it's that consumptive. All the graphics look, I don't know. Like when you get close to things, you can kind of see the texture integrity. This stuff's meant to look good at a distance. It's not meant to have, I mean, look at this. Why is there this weird shiny reflectiveness on the base of this, but not above? And this is a new, relatively newer zone. You look at the quality of the detail on this, it's not terrifically high. This bump mapping is all over everything. Almost everything looks like this bumpy stone. Memory is so cheap to get to. Okay, well maybe it'll be a really quick stream goal then. We'll have to just finish the YouTube watch hours goal so I can flip it for something else. I'll put RAM in there next. Don't even need to be doing much. You'll be surprised when you go 32 how much more your computer will allocate. Okay. All I got is a couple tabs open, Discord, Steam, and a game in the main menu, and I'm at 22 gigabytes. Jeez. Windows has so much memory management behind the scenes. I appreciate that. I appreciate that on my 16 gig machine that it's doing good heavy lifting. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Well, I'll take a look and see what sort of goal we may need to meet. So make sure that we don't have. The thing of it is that I've been streaming on 16 gigs forever since the beginning of my streaming career. It's been 16 gigs. I haven't made upgrades to this machine at all, and to go from, especially playing Final Fantasy 14, we've been playing this for forever, and go from what was a regularly steady stream to suddenly not. I guess I would have to blame the Roadcaster. That would be the only big disparity, the only big change we've made recently was the Roadcaster, but maybe that's enough heavy resource usage because it's a significant audio device that needs maybe significant support to run, and we just don't have that support. That could be it. Yeah. Okay, what are we doing? I'll talk to you to go. Oh, do I have my whole interface off? No wonder. I was like, wait, where's everybody's name? All the NPCs. I completely dismissed my UI. Okay, that'll be my next goal. Promise. Actually, I should make myself a note so that I actually do promise that. I hate to say that and then turn off the machine for the night and be like, I told everybody I was going to do something. What was that? I don't know. I'm sick. I'm not going to remember that kind of stuff after the whole show's over. No, I will remember because I'm going to write it down in my other brain. Does everybody else have another brain? Do you use a second brain? One that's on your phone, your desktop, or in this case, a cloud where you can get to the account everywhere else? Stream goal. What just happened? I was looking down for a hot second. Zion, thank you for the follow. You were gifted a sub. Congrats, man. Imagine being sick. Just get better, nerd. I'm trying. I did all the right things. Fluids, hot soup, the whole tea. I was gifted a sub to you. You play 14, so here I am. I do play 14. I'm actually late to Dawn Trail. Oz and I took a long hiatus from the game just because we had so many other things we were trying to get through. Last year we had a bit of a financial crisis and some medical things came up, and we just weren't in that grind at the end of Endwalker. And so me being Omni Crafter, Omni everything else, took a backseat to our lives. And next thing we know, our whole free company and best friends and family are all at the end of Dawn Trail already, and we are not. So I periodically do try to pop into 14, even though we're doing spooky games for October, and just get some dailies in or some crafting or society quests or whatever, so I can continue to make some progress. Absolutely. Where we are right now as far as the jobs go, you can take a look. I'll have to move this so it's away from my head. Basically we're in the 90s for all healing because I've been predominantly healer the last couple expansions. That's just where I am for the free company, is a dedicated healer. I used to be dedicated tank, but some other people stepped in and really wanted that to be their goal. So tank is like really back burner for me right now. That said, I did bring paladin up to 90, just because that was my main class for the first 3 expansions. Yeah. And then melee deeps I'm pulling up all sort of like concurrently. They're all in the mid 80s. I left them all at 80 before, like right at the hiatus. And then Black Mage was my main DPS for a while, so that's 92. That's making its way up. The other ranged are all like in various stages. I like Bard, so I brought that one up faster than Machinist and Dancer. I like Machinist and Dancer because they're really consistent damage, but their playstyle isn't as interesting to me as Bard. Doesn't provide as much variety to me as Bard. They're just like, let me do significant damage. And I picked up Picto, but I only just did the intro quest. I haven't picked up Viper yet. That's kind of where we're at. As far as Omni crafting, we're there. We're getting there. All Disciples of the Land are 90. So, you know, we're ready for Dawn Trail content. And all 3 of my specializations for Disciples of the Hand are 90. So I'm ready with at least the 3 I care the most about. I'm moving the other ones up slowly, bit by bit, just doing society quests or custom deliveries and just sort of, you know, here and there touching one experience bar or another as we go along. Imagine not dedicating your life to 14. I mean, what I eventually plan to do is get my children to come home from, you know, school or whatever they happen to be doing, or playing at the park, and be like, all right, it's your turn. And then I'll have them log in as my characters and do grind for me. They'll do the roulettes and stuff, so that then I can make them dinner, and then while they're eating food, then I can hop on the machine, because all they'll be doing is like chewing, right? So it's not a big deal. It's not like I need to be parenting them while they chew food. And we'll set up a system so there'll basically be as many hours of gameplay as possible. Just rotate through the kids, and maybe even have Oz be on my account. She's got her own account, but mine obviously matters more. I've definitely gotten more of the classes up higher level than she has, so she should just give up progressing her account and help me focus on mine. My sub is inactive because of life. Oh yeah, we've been there. We've had to deactivate a number of times. Do you tend to sell your kids for sub money? I don't need to. They're gonna generate more money. What we're gonna do is make a content creator farm here. We've already got all the cameras, the ring lights, the computers. well, all we have to do is like set them up with their own streaming careers. They're young, they're cute. Lots of people are going to love them. So we just force them into being content creators. It doesn't matter what they want to do. It's what I want them to do. Right. And this is what I know. So we'll teach them how to be content creators. They'll make crazy money. We'll just basically use that money as offset for the cost of having kids. So it's legally allowed. If you hoard a kid's money for yourself and you spend it on things for you, that's illegal, right? But if you spend it just on food, clothes, training to become even better content creators, it's all the stuff that's just for them, then it's technically legal to do it that way. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Oh shit! And we could jump all the way off that. Well, survived. They just escape and find their way home. No escaping the goblins. That's true. Yeah, we can't sell them. Charlie knows. Charlie has had the pleasure of meeting them, and they have done a goblin bond. So they now love and demand more Charlie in their lives. And we're like, yeah, we're totally going to make that happen somehow. Like, but Charlie's family, like, well, Charlie's far. Viper is fun. It's my strongest job currently. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to pick it up. I don't know anything about it. Don't tell me anything. I kind of want to go into it spoiler free. I didn't know anything about Pictomancer except some of the graphics of their like spell effects, because kind of hard